confessions. Me and my twin brother have been passing as each other for 4 years now. I've gone to his job, university, and gone on dates with his girlfriend. No one ever notices. This is a pretty intense confession. Are they hiding the fact that they're a twin? Like nobody knows that they're twins? And they're like, this is so weird. Like, how are you gonna let another man go on a date with your girlfriend? I guess maybe it's just a date. Maybe he's like, I don't really feel like going out for pasta tonight, so I'm just gonna let my twin brother go with my girlfriend. That is strange. They're living one life. They're not living two lives. It feels like they're living one life. One secret life lived by two people. Who can you trust in this world? My boyfriend slept with my twin sister and said it was an accident. Okay, first off, I've met a lot of twins in my life. I have some really close friends who are twins, and at first you cannot tell them apart. But when you're close with them, you know which one's which. Like, you just know. I can always tell my friends who are twins apart. Like, all it takes is me knowing them for a couple of months, and you're like, okay, like this person, you know, has this little thing about them that's a little bit different, you know? Like, because their personalities are a little different. And sometimes they have something about their looks that is different, but not always. But you can just tell. I can always tell. So how is your boyfriend not gonna know you well enough to sleep with your twin sister? That's my first point. My second point is, how did your sister allow this? She wasn't like, yo, I'm the twin. This is straight up shady. I'm not impressed. I'm really upset. I don't feel like people should be doing these things to each other, especially not family members. It's like, it makes it even 10 times worse because that's your blood. Like, you gotta have each other's back no matter what. Everyone thinks my twin is prettier than me. I feel so ugly and gross beside her. Aw, guys, I feel so bad. First of all, she's straight up your twin. How can you feel ugly and gross beside her? Second of all, like, I hate that girls feel like this. Like, if you're a girl and you feel like you're not good enough and you're not pretty enough, get that out of your head. It's like all the media and everything makes you feel like that. Like, no, like, you're beautiful. You don't need to feel like, it just makes me so sad. I see comments like that, and it really, really, like, it hurts. Even though it's not about me, like, I hate that people feel like this about themselves. It's like, you don't need to feel like that. Like, sometimes the beauty standards I know in the media are like ridiculously high, and it's not, you shouldn't be comparing yourself to anybody ever, because you are you, and that is beautiful. So I want to also mention that, like, it's on the inside also counts a lot, because at the end of the day, every single person on this planet is gonna get old and not as attractive as they used to be, and when that all fades, you gotta have your personality, you know? So at the end of the day, that's really, really what counts. Oh man, that got real emotional real quick. My identical twin and I switch places in everyday life more often than people think. I've always wanted a twin so I could do this. Like, I remember I watched The Parent Trap. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a pretty old movie. When Lindsay Lohan was a little kid and she was a twin. They switched each other's lives at some point. And it just like seemed like so much fun. I'm like, one twin can be really good at math and the other twin can be really good at chemistry. And then you guys can do each other's math homework and each other's chemistry homework. Like, just think about it. The possibilities are endless. It just seems like so much fun. I'm sure there's like a lot of cons and pros to being a twin, but this is definitely one of the pros. You know, you don't feel like going somewhere you're sick. No problem. Your twin can do it for you. It's a little deceptive though. Like, it's a little deceptive, especially if you're doing it to people who you're close with, and that's a little bad, you know, because you're betraying those you love. But I mean, if you want to cheat on one test in your life, I'm not judging. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm just saying I'm not judging, because I would try it too. I'm just being honest. I would definitely try it. I wouldn't be able to resist. As a twin, I hate it when everyone thinks we always need to be sitting together and next to each other. So I guess this is one of those cons I'm talking about. So people think, oh, you're twins, like, you guys need to always be together and always need to be seen together. And she's just like, no, like, I can be friends with other people. Like, I can go do my own thing. Like, I'm an independent twin. I don't need no other twin. Pretty much is what she's saying. So she just wants to like, you know, live life also as an individual, not just as a twin. So I get that. I respect that. If you ever feel stupid, remember that one time my twin sister forgot my birthday. Damn. How do you do that? Like, it's literally she has the same birthday as you. Sorry to break it to you. Maybe if she forgot her own birthday as well, I would let it slide. Because, you know, she's just not thinking about it then. But if she remembered it was her birthday, she's like, oh yeah, it's your birthday too? Then I'm laughing a little. I have an identical twin sister, and the most annoying thing ever is when people ask if we're twins. I guess I get that all the time because people don't want to assume. Because sometimes you look at people and you're like, they look pretty alike, but what if they're not? And they're like, so are you twins? And I could see them always getting that question. Like, are you twins? And she's like, yeah, no shit. Of course we're twins. We literally look identical. Today, the boy I liked said that I was the ugliest girl he has ever seen. And then later on, he started dating her twin sister. Now this is messed up because it's like, they literally look the same. And he's dating his, does she tell her sister? She's like, yo, like, he told me that he thought I was ugly. Because that means he thinks she's ugly. Or maybe he was just trying to hurt her. I don't see what this is. But I understand. She's like, do I tell her? But then that would ruin their relationship. I don't know. It was pretty rude of him. I think you should tell her. I think that's a reflection of his character. I don't think that you should ever tell somebody they look ugly. That's rude, and I think her sister needs to know. You don't want to be dating nobody who's calling people names. No. One of my life goals is for my twin sister and I to date twins. That would be crazy. But the chances of it happening would be so slim because you'd have to find another pair of twins. Everybody in the scenario has to like the other person, you know? Because what are the chances that you would be compatible with somebody and then your sister be compatible with their twin? You know, maybe only one of the twins is a nice person. Maybe the other twin's a D-bag. You don't know. If it happens, that would be pretty cool. But then you guys could all live these lives where you like interchange and nobody ever knew who was who. Oh, that would be crazy. You guys could be in some like 4-way like trickery scheme where you guys are switching lives. Sorry, I'm just thinking about all the possibilities. I've been manipulated by my twin sister for way too long. I don't know how I can get out from under her control. Oh no, that's so sad. I know what it's like to be manipulated. I used to date a guy who was very manipulative. Why can't I say the word right now? It's like when somebody's manipulating you, you don't realize, and they can completely like, it's really messed up. I like hate manipulative people because how can you be such horrible people to do that to somebody? Like really messes with your mind. I can't explain it, but if you've ever been manipulated, I hope you've realized and you've gotten out of the situation because it is scary and it's hard. That's the thing about being manipulated. You don't realize you're being manipulated. That's the messed up part. You think that this person is a good person and then they start convincing you that you're wrong about everything. And it's just really, really shitty. So I feel bad for her and I hope she's okay. I send you love, random twin. I send you all my love. My twin and I are closer than best friends, but I sometimes get jealous because I'm the one who's deaf while she's normal. Everyone acts differently around me. Oh, that's a really shitty feeling. Like she feels jealous about it, but then she feels guilty about feeling jealous. And that's like a pretty bad feeling to have, I guess. It's hard because you have these two people that are identical in looks. Obviously they are their own people, but she feels inferior compared to her twin sister, and that must be a really shitty feeling to have when in fact like nobody's inferior to everybody. At the end of the day, we're all people. We all got emotions. We all mess up sometimes, and you know, we all have our own little things that are flaws, I guess, or drawbacks, whatever it is. Like everybody's bad at something or has something that's hindering them, and you just have to overcome that. And her thing, I guess, is that she's deaf. But I think that if she can, you know, not let that hold her back, that she could be even stronger of a person. You know what I mean? Because it's like she's not letting being deaf get in her way. And I think that's how you should look at things. If there's anything about you feel is holding you back, don't let it hold you back. You just slay. Sometimes my identical twin sister is more photogenic than I am. So I steal her pictures and use them as my own. I mean, I don't blame you. Sometimes people are just really good at taking photos. Like some people just really know their angles. They know their lighting. They know how to work the camera. And clearly they look the same. The one just knows how to use the camera. She's like, that selfie, how many more did you take? I know you took at least 50 of them. Can I have one? Because let's be honest, most of us girls, we don't just take one selfie. For every good selfie, I have like 50 failed ones. No, I'm not even over exaggerating. I need more space on my phone. I found out at my grandmother's funeral that I was a twin. My grandfather accidentally let it slip. She was a stillborn and I barely survived. My entire life, I felt like I was missing a part of myself. And now I know why. Oh, that's so sad. I always hear these stories about who like twins who are separated, but they always feel like they're missing a part of them. Because I guess they have this like crazy connection even though they haven't met. Oh, so she's always felt like there's something missing. She's like, it's because I was supposed to have a twin. My twin got mad at me and refused to look in the mirror for 2 days. That is so funny because she's looking in the mirror and she's seeing herself. So she's like, nope, not gonna look in the mirror. I can't even look at you right now. Can't even look at myself because we look the same. That is like some pure anger. I wonder what she did to piss off her twin sister that much. My twin brother is 5 minutes older than me and he acts as if he's 10 years older than me. You always hear twins do this. They're like, I'm 5 minutes older. And you're like, yeah, it's only 5 minutes. Stop acting like it's like a decade older. We're still the same age. Like you still have been through the exact same, almost the exact same time of life. Like one person is literally 5 minutes older you of years you can't remember. Like you can't remember those 5 minutes, so shut up. My twin sister and I couldn't be any more opposite, but she's still my best friend. Aw, that's so nice. I definitely think there's some people who are opposites who like, it's like opposites attract and they go really well together. And then there's some people who are very similar and they go well together. And I think both scenarios work, if you can make it work. Growing up as a twin, I really struggled separating myself from my sister. People think you two count as one person. I had to move to another city to find myself. This is again what I was saying, like people just think that they're the same person and it's like she really had to like move away to like do some soul searching, I guess if that's the right word. You know, and just like rediscover herself and find out who she is and live an identity that's separate than her twin. And I could see how this could be a problem. Like remember how I was saying like there's so many pros to having a twin? I feel like this might be the con is that you guys get grouped together as one person. When clearly it is two very different individuals who just happen to look the same. My identical twin brother was killed in a car crash 6 months ago. My mom still can't look at me without crying. Oh no. There was quite a bit of sad ones, but I think this one's the saddest. His mom can't look at him because she literally sees the brother. Guys, no. I get emotional really quick. We're just gonna move on because I don't wanna make this video too depressing. My sister runs my love life and it's not in a good way. I feel like I'm in a relationship with two people. Oh no, so her sister's like, I don't like him because of this and this and this. And because they're so close, like she feels like she is the say. But it's like, it's that other girl's love life, not yours. I could see how this would be a problem, definitely. Like, I feel like sometimes even best friends do this. And they're like, you're gonna let him say that to you? But sometimes it comes from a good place. I mean, it always comes from a good place because it's always somebody who cares. But sometimes people don't understand your relationship. You know, it's hard to understand a relationship unless you're in it. My twin brother has slept with almost all my ex-girlfriends. I love my brother and I truly despise him. Is he sleeping with them like without him knowing? Like, is he tricking the girls? And this is what I think. I think the girls think that they're sleeping with their boyfriend or their ex-boyfriend, but really it is his twin brother. And they don't realize. And this is seriously, this is not okay. Like this is not okay on any level. Again, I could be misinterpreting that, but that's not okay. This is a not impressed Azzy face, okay? I think my twin is a lot more good looking than I am, so I use his photos on my dating app. I've scored way more dates that way. That's pretty funny, I guess. This is like the other one where the girl uses her sister's pictures on social media, except this guy uses his brother's pictures to score dates. It's like some people are just really photogenic, you know? They know how to rock their angles. And maybe the brother just really knows what he's doing. And that's what it comes down to. Is this catfishing? If it's an identical twin? I'm curious because it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Because you guys are literally identical twins. So it's not like the person showing up and it's like, oh, like I wanted to go on. For example, I have a friend who actually something similar happened. You think you're going on a date with somebody and like they show up and they're like completely different person. You're like, Literally, you look nothing like the other person on the app. That's catfishing, but is it the same if you guys look the same? I don't know. The only difference from being a twin and a normal person is that people ask what it's like being a twin. I guess a lot of people would ask that, but I feel like it's still different. Oh, maybe not. But I do feel like you do have a little bit of different life experiences because life is different when you have a brother and life is different when you have a sister. I think anything in your life that's different makes your life different from somebody else's. I kind of disagree with this. I'm a twin and sometimes I don't think I'm me. I think I'm her and the doctors mixed us up when we were born. What? What does this even mean? Like you think that they gave you the wrong name? This is so confusing. But you are you. What do you mean you think you're her? This one I don't get. Unless she's talking about she feels like she should have her twin's name and her twin should have her name. Other than that, I don't know. Speaking of which, imagine having twins, like, and when they're kids right away, like how would you be able to tell them apart? Like, would you just need to label them all the time? Like, so they know which one's which as they grow up and start to develop more personalities, or do they already have like very different personalities as babies? This is a question now. Now I need to know, how do parents tell their twins apart when they're little? My twin is prettier and more outgoing. Sometimes I imagine being her. Guys, so many of these are so sad. I wish that people didn't feel like this. You don't need to feel like that. Like, you are special in your own way. I really doubt she's prettier than you. I'm sure you guys are just pretty in your own ways. So love yourself, okay? It's really hard knowing that no matter who I fall in love with, my twin sister will never like him because she wants me to be single all the time like her. Oh. This is a little selfish. It's like the person who wants you all for themselves. Like, they don't want you to really be happy. If this is like, you need to talk to your twin about that. She's like, I'm single, so you have to be single too. And like sabotages your life. Like, it's not fair. If you love someone, you want them to be happy. My sister and I are identical twins. We get asked if we're twins. Usually we scream, "You stole my face" at each other and then run away in opposite directions. I guess that's one funny way to deal with it. I outsource all of my online classes to my twin in another state, and I'm able to cheat more efficiently on campus. But wait, is only you are cheating and your twin is doing all the work? Because that's not fair. You guys gotta cheat for each other. Sometimes I forget I'm a twin. How? Oh shit, there's somebody who looks like me. Oh no, it's okay, false alarm, just my twin. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was funny and it was sad, so I'm sorry about that. I love you all so much. Stay awesome, stay sweet, and don't forget to love each other and to understand the struggles of being a twin, apparently, because there's pros and cons to it, as we've learned today. Bye bye.